I want to disagree with this woman so much, but I think she's making kind of a compelling point. It's Y101, Adam and Allison, and listen to who she's blasting.
I'm sorry, but why are we wearing literal thongs walking around the beach? Like, I just think it's so gross if you're wearing that at a public beach where there are families and children present.
So she's talking about thong bikinis at a public beach. What do you think, Allison?
So far, I'm not on her side.
It's not the fact that you don't look good. It's not the fact that you shouldn't wear that. Like, if you're going to, an adult resort, like, all-inclusive, like, somewhere with, like, your husband or your friends or whatever, wear that. Cool, okay? But now, if you're, like, in public where there's families and little kids, like, why are we wearing that? Like, that's... Why?
So what do you think now?
Yeah, I've got a huge issue with it.
All right, let's keep listening.
I don't know why in front of little children you are wearing, like, a micro bikini that, like, why? One wave, it's gone.
So I'm still at this point, whenever I heard this first thing this morning, I'm on your team thinking this is kind of ridiculous. The thong bikini, not that big of a deal, but I think she makes a decent argument.
I get it. You're confident. You want to look good. You are proud of your body. Okay, cool. I'm not saying you can't wear them. I'm not saying you shouldn't wear them. I'm just saying know the setting of which you should wear them. Would you wear one in front of your parents is my question. Like, would you wear one in front of your family? Because if your answer is no, then why are you doing that in front of other families and little kids?
It's the last part there where I'm thinking if you're going on a family vacation and you're keeping the thong bikinis for another time and another place, why would you wear them in front of other families?
No, this has now riled me up beyond, because I was thinking maybe the point that you were going to make is like, would you be comfortable seeing a man in a speedo?
So that's another point that I'm going to make. You're jumping ahead of me a little bit.
And like, I don't have an issue with that. Yeah, it's a little weird to see. Like, you're like, all right, that guy's confident. Good for him. But it's not like, oh, that's inappropriate. This is a family beach. In fact, one of my first memories of a family beach vacation was me and my cousin just walking along the beach. And next thing you know, there's a guy in a speedo with a palm tree tattooed on his butt.
Okay.
And we were laughing about that like it's fine. And I feel like, listen, I don't wear the thong bikinis. I wish I had the confidence to wear the thong bikinis. Whenever I go to the beach and I see the girls in the thong bikinis, I'm like, I wish I was you. I wish I could do that. I don't have the confidence. And then what makes me even more mad is that she throws, if you wouldn't wear that in front of your parents, why would you wear it here? And that's where I think the problem is, because I feel like my insecurity comes from the comments I got about my body in swimsuits whenever I was younger. And that's why I don't have the confidence to wear a thong bikini. And so it's like, don't throw that into the mix. Let people wear what they want. Why are we making it weird? Don't make it weird. It's just a body at a beach.
I don't know, but you mentioned the dudes in speedos. So what I was thinking of, why is it that thong bikinis are the thing that's attacked so much? Because I find men in speedos more inappropriate than a thong bikini.
Of course you do.
Well, no, because you don't see imprints of things with the thong bikini. You're just seeing cheeks. Like, there's nothing wrong. They put cheeks on TV all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. They're not gonna, I think that dudes in speedos 1,000 times more inappropriate than a thong bikini.
I'm really glad that you said that.
What do you think? Do you think one is less appropriate than the other?
I could see how people would see them the same. They both feel like, wow, you're very brave. That's a little revealing. That's potentially one of the most revealing things that you could wear here. But good for you. I think it's a sign of confidence. I don't think either one is inappropriate.
Curious, why is it always the thong bikinis that get brought up about the appropriateness conversation? Because I find speedos way less appropriate than a thong bikini.
I am glad you flipped it like that, because I do feel like it is often the women's dress code that is under attack and never the man. So
I think we need to attack speedos.
I'm glad you're bringing it up.
I'd like to launch an attack on dudes in speedos on public beaches. We don't need it.
Well, I mean, I don't have an issue with men in speedos, and I think it does kind of make my point a little bit. It's like, you're not confident enough to wear a speedo, so you don't want to see someone else in one.
So Michaela says, as a mother, I have 2 separate bikinis for different occasions, but in public, you never know what you're going to see. But I have to agree that speedos are more inappropriate because they're typically on out-of-shape men who should probably have a shirt on too. Now, I don't think that that's what's inappropriate. In fact, the more out of shape you are, I think the more appropriate the speedo gets. Like, if your stomach is hanging down low enough, Like, then it's no problem. I can't even see the Speedo there at all. So who cares?
But then you don't know if they're wearing anything.
Well, there is that. Hey, Anika, good morning.
I'm dandy. How about yourself?
Outstanding. Do you have a thong bikini, Anika?
I do not, but I wish I did.
Would you wear one out in public in front of people?
To a beach? Yes, because strangely enough, my confidence had most definitely boosted in the past few years.
Got that
And I
booty
love
confidence
the beach.
boost. I like it.
I love it.
Yes.
I'm so close to that, Anika. I just need a little more confidence.
And do you know how I got that boost of confidence? Is I go every single morning. I take this little Flintstone gummy, and that gives me the confidence enough to be like, you know what, F it. Just F it. It's my body. I only get one.
Yes.
And if I want to wear that thong bikini, because I'm gonna be old and crusty one day, and I want to go back to pictures like, dang, I should have worn that bikini.
Yeah.
All right, Anika.
That's how you gotta think about it.
What do you think is less appropriate, though? A thong bikini or a dude in a Speedo?
I honestly don't think either one of them are appropriate.
Really?
It depends on the place. Wear whatever you want. It's a public beach. If you don't want to
Yes.
see it, don't go.
Thank you for the call, and thanks for sharing your opinion. Jesse just got back from vacation, and he texted us and said, I straight up saw a dude in a cheetah print Speedo on 30A. No one wants to see that. Well, to be honest, he wasn't showing much, so I guess he can't offend anyone when there's...
No.
Okay. Yep.
It gets weird from there.
He just said the dude had a lot of room to spare.
Yeah.
Adam and Allison in the morning.